Hey guys, today we're gonna be opening the Soulburner structure deck. It's finally out. Went to my locals, got my pre-order ones, and these things went just like nuts. Just nuts. I got 3 of these, but I opened 2 of them for myself and this one for you guys. Did not read any of the cards, did not check anything. I just opened them so for later so I can take out the plastic and everything. But this one is for you guys. So yeah. The most anticipated structure deck of this year. So yeah, we got that. We got our booklet, which it's the same thing as always, with the link summoning and everything. But I actually like that image of Soulburner and Heat Leo there with the alternate art. So cool. Then we got our deck. We got the playmat, which yeah, we got our playmats. So we're gonna check this out. How to use the Soundman grades. And then we got the really cool artwork there. That's really cool. Stallion, Heat Leo, and forget the name of him. It's a cat. I'll read it later. Sadly, that we did not get. In Europe, there was a rubber version of this playmat. Sadly, we did not get that. I know that some people will sell that playmat. In a way. People that want in and all that stuff, because you can only win the rubber playmat if in Europe, and if you pre-order it, I don't remember, but it was disappointing that you couldn't get this over here. It's disappointing because you could have made a lot of money with that, and I actually am a big Salman Gray fan. So yeah, I like the design of that. Wish it was a rubber playmat, but yeah. Take that out of the way, and here we have the Soulburner structure deck with the alternative art of Heat Leo, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna open this thing. Gonna open this, take that out, and so we're gonna begin. So we have here the alternative art of Heat Leo, pretty cool. I actually like this alternative art, more actiony, more. He looks like he is Heat Leo. The other one was just like really kind of crappy. I'm gonna zoom in here for the effects because I don't remember that much of his effects, and also we're gonna explain it. If this card is link summon, you can target one card of your opponent's spell trackers and shuffle it into the deck. Once per turn during your main phase, if this card was link summoned using Salman Gray Heat Leo as the material, you can target one face-up monster on the field. And one monster in your graveyard. The attack of that first target becomes equal of the other attack until the end. So basically, if I link reincarnate Heat Leo, I could target one of my opponent's monsters, and one of my monsters in my graveyard, and make that attack of that monster from my graveyard become equal to that one of my opponent. So yeah. We get 1 copy of this really cool artwork. So yeah. Next up is Salman Gray Mirage Stallion, which is the rank 3 XC monster, which this thing is basically an X-Saver Invoker for your Salman Grays. But I will read the effects because obviously we're going to be reading them. It requires 2 level 3s, which is great. You can attach one material, special on one Salman Gray monster from your deck in the defensive position. It cannot activate its effects for the rest of the turn except for fire monsters. Obviously, you're going to be using all fire monsters. If this XC monster is sent to the graveyard as a material for a link summon Salman Gray monster, you can target one monster on the field, return it to the hand. You can only use each effect of Mirage once per turn. So it's really good because you can search a Invoker, a Salman Gray, plus you can use them as for the link material to bounce back a monster from your your opponent's field to the hand, which is great. Then here's the link 1 Salman Gray Balinks. I think it was Vinx, and then they changed the name with a B instead of the V, which is kind of stupid. I actually like Vinx. But yeah, this is the Link 1 Salman Gray monster. It requires a level 4 or lower sire monster. If this card is link summon, you can add Salman Gray Sentry, which is the field spell. You don't need terraforming for this, because this adds in, and it becomes your terraforming, which is great. to your hand. If a Salamander monster you control will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can banish this card instead. Yeah, which is great. It's a great Link one overall. Oh. Then we have Salamander Gazelle. Now, if you can see, is my camera the colors are more of the European colors. Could that be that in Europe they help with the English versions or something like that? I don't know, but it looks good. This is Salamander Gazelle. This will help you. A lot of people have been anticipating because of this card, because you can go to Dante really much easier, more stupider ways than ever. It reads, if a Salamander monster is sent to the graveyard except Gazelle except during the damage phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can send one Salamander monster from your deck to your graveyard. Except Gazelle, you can only use Gazelles each effect once per turn, which is great. I like the artwork. There you go. This is a search card that people want. Then we got the other one, which is Salamander Spiny, another great Salamander card monster that people are dying to use. If you control a Salamander monster, you can discard this card, then target that monster on the field. It gains 500 of attack until the end of this turn, which is great. It gives you a little boost for your Salamanders. If you control a Salamander monster other than Spiny, you can and this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card to the field. But when it leaves the field, it goes banished. Obviously, because you're going to Mirage to go throw him back to the graveyard, which is great to recycle him. Then we got the new spell, the quick spell Salamander Circle, which I like that artwork. Really swell one. Activate one of these effects. Add a Salamander monster from your deck to your hand. Target one Salamander Link monster you control. That Link monster that Link summon using a monster with the same name as the material. That Link monster is unaffected by a monster's effects except its own. So basically, if I use another Heat Leo to make another Heat Leo and I activate Circle, and I use Heat Leo for the Link summoning for another Heat Leo, he's unaffected by other monster effects except for his monster effects. Okay, pretty cool. Then we got Salamander Roar, the Solomon Judgment for them, which is stupid and it's really stupid. The only thing you have to control is just a Salamander monster. Give me any Salamander monster, which is I think it's it's a Link monster. Basically, it's a judgment for everything, and it reads, if a Salamander monster is Link summoned on the field using a monster with the same name, you can reset this card, but it goes banished at the when it leaves the field, and it's a counter card, which is great, counter trap card, which is great, and I'm glad that it's a super. Now we're in our comments. We got Salamander Raccoon. Ooh. Raccoon is like a hand trap, if I recall. Says here when your Salamander monster is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can discard this card. Target that you can discard this card, send it to the hand to the graveyard. Then target those two monsters that would battle. Gain life points equal to their attacks of that opponent's monster, and your target monster cannot be destroyed by battle, which is cool. And send this card to the graveyard. While this card's in the graveyard, you can add add this card to your hand. You can only use one of these effects once per turn. Very cool card. It's a Link, and it's a level 1, so you can do a Link Karibo. Then we got Salamander Mole, which I don't know why he's has those really red glasses. It reads, during your main phase, if you Link summon this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand to the zone where that monster is pointed to. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target 5 Salamander monsters from your graveyard and shuffle them back into the deck, which is great. This is your pot of acquisition, which is great. It's a monster. Then we got Salamander Fall. I'm gonna call him Flow. That was Flow. If a Salamander monster except Flow is normal or special summon, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can send one Salamander monster from your hand or face up on the field and target one spell tracker your opponent controls. That set card cannot activate this turn. Interesting card. Very interesting card. Then we got the big guy here, Salamander Beat Bison. I thought it was gonna be Bull, but this is basically a really good card. So it reads: if you control 3 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position. You can try one Fire Link monster in your graveyard up to the number of face-up cards your opponent controls. Return them to the extra deck. Then return the Link monster to the extra deck. Then you can negate the effects of the face-up monster your opponent face-up cards your opponent controls until the end phase equal to the ratings of that Link monster. So basically, if I target Heat Leo to bring him back into the extra, so I can target 3 cards of my opponent's face-up, their effects are negated for this turn, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we got the regular Salamangreats, Meerkat, Foxy, Falco, Jaguar. We got Wolfie. I think I already explained Wolfie's effect. No, I think no. We got Wolfie. We got Paro. We got Foxer. These are all the Salamangreats we got. I only explained the new ones. These ones are already explained. Which is great, and everybody knows what they do. Then we got the True King of Fire, which is great as a reprint. Then we got Dogoron, the Mad Flame Kaiju, with people now getting a Kaiju for free, basically. Not everybody has to go crazy and buy a Kaiju from the internet or whatever. So yeah, you get a free Kaiju. Then we got some filler cards. We got that. We got that. Then we got here the main attraction of this. The Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring Hand Trap. Yes, it's a common. People are now getting this thing. Now its price just went down. Now it's a $10 card. People are going nuts. I know a lot of people are buying the whole entire case just to get the Ash Blossoms and resell them for all people. Now we all have an Ash Blossom. Yeah, I already had my Ash Blossoms, but it's good to have Ash Blossoms because you never know when it's gonna change the meta or will be in the radars of Konami's ban list. So yeah, Red Resonator was pretty good. We got Volcanic Shell. We got 2 Volcanic Shells, which is pretty cool. And then we got this guy. This is Formud Skipper. This was a promo in the OCG, and they took out one of the cards in this structure deck. I don't know what was it, and put this in it instead, which is great. This is basically a you can target a Link monster from your extra deck. He become from your set, and if you do this when you Link summon with this card, you can treat this card as Link material with the same name, type, and attribute as the revealing monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a Link material, you can add a level 5 or higher monster from your deck to your hand. Very interesting card, I still don't know what to do with it, but yeah, it's very interesting to have it yet again. Then we got other Salamangreat cards. We got Salamangreat Claw, a very interesting equip card. It says here, equip it to only a Salamangreat monster. Equipped monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and if it attacks a defensive monster, it does piercing damage, which is okay. If the equivalent monster of a Salamangreat monster with the same name, control was Link summon using with the same name as the material during the battle phase, it can make up to the. So if I equip it to another Heat Leo, the reincarnated one, it can attack 3 times because of that other Heat Leo for its ratings. Well, okay, that's pretty neato. Then we got the Sanctuary, the Field Spell. I already explained that. The Will of Salamangreat, busted card of all. Then more filler cards, monster reincarnation, Circle of whatever. Transmodify. Hey, we got a common version, which is really good. I remember I had to buy like a bunch of these. They were a little expensive at the time. Then we got Link Bounce. I never did actually understand that card. Then Magic Planner, another reprint, which is okay. Salamangreat Gift is it's not, like I said, this is not a great card. This is just a draw that you don't need. It's not the best. It's basically one of the not the worst. It's just like it's a meh. It's not that good. As is uses as a. Then we got here Salamangreat Rage. This is a very interesting card. I don't know why it's a common. It says here activate one of the effects. Send one Salamangreat monster from your hand or face up to the graveyard, then target a card on your opponent's field, destroy it. The other one is target a Salamangreat Link monster you control, that was link summoned using the same name as the material. Destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of link rating, which is actually a pretty interesting card. I don't know why people are not using this card. I think because you're not doing the reincarnation. People are just using mostly these guys for the rank 3s or the link summoning like that. Transmigration Prophecy. I never seen this card. Target 2 cards in the graveyard, shuffle them to that and into the deck. Odd card, but I like the art style. Then we got 3 and 1 more filler cards. Then break hole trap. Oh yeah, I remember this was a super backfire. Goes in match, another reprint. If you saw my hidden summoners opening, I got a lot of goes in matches that I'm using right now, which is great. Then we got the other filler link monsters. We got another the other Heat Leo. How are you gonna play this structure without the other Heat Leo? Flame Administrator and Dual Little Chimera. Then we got the Dual Links token thingy. So yeah, just to let you know, yes, the other 2 Ash Blossoms are right here. They're right there. So now we have a playset of Ash Blossoms. So guys, what I think about this is I love this because I am a big Salmon Great Monster fan. People are saying, boo, it stings, it's meh, it's garbage, it's just, overhyped. Not exactly. You just have to know how to play. If you give it a chance, because people don't give a chance of anything. So and sometimes in games, but we give it a chance, and it will work. I've seen people splash this with dangers. Obviously, I've seen people splash this with other Cybers monsters. I've seen this people use it with rockets. I don't know why we're rockets. I think for the Savage Warlord, but a lot of people are splashing it because of these guys. There are some good Salmon Gray monsters that are from the commons, like Bison. It's really good. But yeah. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever, and skadoosh.